Grant Fleming. Now, what if I were to tell you that there's a crop out there that's incredibly easy to grow, can be used for thousands of different things, and it has major potential to boost the economy here in the United States? Sounds like something we need to start growing. But what if I were to tell you that this is that crop? Hemp is a durable and fibrous plant that has thousands of uses. In my reading and research, I've come to know that many of the world's leading agronomists actually promote the widespread cultivation of hemp for industrial purposes. So today I'm going to talk about the history and current status of industrial hemp in the United States, how it can benefit each and every one of us, and then finally what our country could look like if we start farming hemp just like all of our other crops. So, hemp has a long history in the United States. In fact, it dates all the way back to the original Jamestown colony, where they were required to grow a certain amount of hemp. In the early 1900s, there was a campaign run against marijuana because they were starting to learn of its possible psychoactive effects. And in 1937, the Marijuana Tax Act made it incredibly unprofitable for farmers to grow hemp, and it was largely done away with. In 1970, under Nixon, the Controlled Substance Act officially made it federally illegal to produce hemp in any form. And a large contributing factor to this is because hemp and marijuana really are the same plant. It's just that marijuana, which is used for smoking, has been bred and geneticized over many different generations of the plant to contain high levels of THC, or the psychoactive chemical that actually gets you high. But interestingly enough, in industrial hemp, there are very low levels of THC, and it has enough antagonist chemicals that no matter how much you consume, it's impossible to get high from industrial hemp. So that doesn't need to be a concern. Realizing this, in 2014, when they revised the Farm Bill, they made an amendment saying that states have the ability to decide for themselves whether or not they want to legalize industrial hemp. And while a few states have, most still have not, and it's still illegal here in the United States. So this is a really big problem, because according to Forbes, hemp in the United States, as far as retail sales go, is a $500 million industry. In fact, we're the world's largest consumer of hemp and hemp products. But because we can't produce it in most of our states, we rely on foreign countries to have it imported to us. Furthermore, in 2012, the EPA reported that we as Americans produce 251 million tons of garbage. Most of this, of course, could not be recycled because it's made out of non-biodegradable substances and plastics and packagings. However, hemp offers a solution to this. So with these issues in mind, it's pretty clear to see why hemp would benefit us. Hemp is sort of a miracle plant. It's been called the plant of 50,000 uses, and you can use it for pretty much anything. Uses include making paper, so we wouldn't have to cut down forests. You can make ceramic tiles out of it. You can use it in nutritional supplements, bedding material for animals. And there are also scientists that are working on methods to produce biofuels so that we can actually run our cars on the renewable resource of hemp. It's also used in rope and clothing, and you can even find it in things like caulking and paint. So, knowing all the potential uses and the ease of production, it's pretty clear to see why and how the U.S. would benefit from legalizing industrial hemp in all of our states. First off, there would be environmental benefits. For one thing, we would be able to reduce the amount of non-biodegradable things that are being packed into landfills, using up our ecosystems. We'd also be able to reduce the amount of deforestation and over-harvesting of our natural resources that is occurring just so that we can have things like plastic packaging and paper coming from trees. But there are also economic benefits. Because we use so many hemp products in the United States, we have tremendous opportunity to save a lot of money and internalize by growing hemp here. We could end all of our reliance on foreign nations for our hemp oils, seeds, and fibers. We would also be able to open up an entirely new industry with thousands and thousands of green jobs. And we all know that employment rates are at an all-time low right now. So when considering the current hemp industry and its benefits, it almost seems crazy not to start growing hemp. And although the 2014 Farm Bill has given the states the right to decide whether or not they want to legalize it, many states still have not. And it's time for us as citizens to use our right to speak and tell our congressmen that we support industrial hemp. And that's exactly what I encourage you to do. It doesn't take very much time to write a short letter or email to your state representatives telling them that you support industrial hemp production in your state. Because until we start doing this, hemp is just going to be another good idea. Thank you.